Hello there, and welcome to the Cult of Cinema. I forgot to put it up on the screen there. Hold on a second. Let me do that, and I'll give you time to come in. Hopefully we'll get some people here tonight. It's going to be kind of a shorter video, but it's one that I really, really wanted to do. And got to fix my my microphone here so it's actually pointing in my direction. And look at that. There we go. Be right back. So let's see how many there in the Cult of Cinema actually joined me on my birthday, which you almost did. And I want to thank you guys for the birthday wishes yesterday, because they were very much appreciated. And tonight I probably could have pre-taped this because so far it's pretty quiet. So let's see if it stays that way. So if you want to know what I'm doing right now and you're coming in here later, basically right now I'm setting up so I can actually see it on my screen right there. That way, if I go to screen share, I can actually see what it is that we're looking at. So I always like to put my screen up, my TV up on the on here. So if I can't see your messages there, I can actually see them here as well. Hey there, Jacob. Thank you, man. Hey there, Matthew. Now, I'll let you know ahead of time that let's do this. There we go. Hey there, Matt. Hey there, Griff. 29th. I wish. I'm 50, but I'm proud of being 50. Because, man, hey there, Ellen. That means I lasted through every console generation. So, for the cinema side of my birthday stuff, to be honest with you guys, obviously, hey there, Craig. That is coming. That's right, your birthday too, right? That's coming on well, in May, as you all know. So 50 years I've lived through so much technology. Just whack that there in a second. Hey there, Cinematic Collector. So there's a lot of geeky stuff here. So if you like comic related stuff, hey Eddie, thank you, man. You are in your glee. Because yeah, a lot of that stuff here today. And let's start right at the beginning. So first up is something that I thought was really cool. And this is volume 1 of hey there, Shadow, of Batman the Jiro Kawada Batmanga. So there are 3 volumes of this altogether. Now, for those that don't know who Jiro Kawada is, or what the heck that means, is they did a Batman comic, a manga, back in the 60s. This isn't like a new one. This was done back in the, as you can see with the artwork here, done back in the 1960s. And it has 5 complete stories, Batman stories in here. See if I can get you a cover. Thank you, Haj. Thank you, Jordan. This is super cool. But Batmanga Volume 1. And there's 2 more that I need to get, but they're really hard to find. Next up is this one right here, and this is an index, a reference book. And this is the Avengers reference book. So this goes up to, I think, 2011, actually. So it goes through New Avengers. What's neat is it has all the, the synopsises, like the guest stars, plot lines, all right up all the way through. Even like offshoots, like Thor issues and different ones that kind of went with it. There's an appendium, there's an abbreviation key. Hey there, Mr. Tony Dead, welcome, man. Oh, I so wish I was 29 right now. Actually, I don't. You know what? 29 was okay. But 50 is pretty awesome. We rented Godzilla vs. Kong tonight, by the way. Fantastic film. strong recommendation on Godzilla vs. Kong. For me, I thought they could not do it more perfectly than that. Yeah, William, did you like the other ones? I don't want to spoil anything. I won't tell you any spoilers. What I will say is, you do get a definitive. This is a definitive versus. There's no cheat. So remember that. And no matter if you're a Kong fan or a Godzilla fan, at least in my opinion, you will leave satisfied. You'll leave extremely satisfied with the film. Drive is a great place to see it, Shadow. You're going to love this. By the way, it's a beautiful film. The colors pop and are vibrant. They come right off the screen. We got it from Amazon. We rented it from Amazon because we wanted to get the UHD edition of it because we have a 4K TV. And it was $5 cheap for the UHD edition on Amazon as opposed to getting it from our cable company, which, or Crave. All right. Next up is, yes, way better than, like, the human writing is never really good. Like, Griff, to be totally honest with you, in the original Godzilla films, the human writing is not very good. But the humans on the Kong side are a lot better than I find than the humans on the Godzilla side. But here's the thing. You're there. Why are you there? For Godzilla versus Kong, it delivers. So this is Batman Arkham and the Man-Bat edition. So there's a bunch of these Batman Arkham books done. And basically what it is it takes a character from Batman, usually a super villain, and it just goes through different stories. So basically here, what's neat about this one is it has his original story from Batman Detective Comics. It actually has a couple issues from his original series as well, because Man-Bat had a series for a while. And what's really, really cool is that it has on here a 3-issue Man-Bat series that was done by Chuck Dixon, and Flint Henry was the penciler, and Eduardo Barreto, who was an incredible inker, did the inks for it. And I'll actually show you one of the covers for that one because it is brilliant. And there it is right here. Eduardo Barreto is extremely cool. So really good stuff. Anyway, I loved. Thank you, Jason. I love Kong versus Godzilla versus Kong. I was going in rooting for Kong. Star Wars Chewbacca. We're gonna get to the big ones in a second. Those are gonna be hard for me, by the way. This is Dark Knight Volume 4. I got a few volumes of this right now. Legends of the Dark Knight is one of my favorites because you get different different writers, different takes on Batman. And it goes into some pretty dark areas, Dark Knight and all. Love this Joker sequence right here. That is horrifying. I also got, I think, yes, New 52 edition. So J.H. Williams III was writing this one at the time. And this is Volume 3 for Batwoman. One that I was really excited to get is Volume 1 of Batman, written by Ed Brubaker. So Ed Brubaker is a crime novelist, and he wrote Batman for a bit, and great stories. Fantastic start with this kind of short arc about someone from both Batman's and Bruce Wayne's past who's getting out of prison at the beginning of it, and he kind of has a death wish. Extremely good one, by the way. Brubaker's fantastic writing on Batman. Next up is Green Arrow, and this is actually New 52, and it's Volume 4. And this is kind of does a lot of the flashback aspects of Green Arrow. You can see he's clean shaven there as well. So you could actually start your New 52 run of Green Arrow with Volume 4 and not really be missing too much, to be honest with you, because that's where it started getting really good at. And last but not least, for the smaller stuff, is Aquaman Kingdom Lost. Now this is just before, just before Crisis, right? Yeah, this is just before. So this is the Fall of Atlantis storyline just before Infinite Crisis came out. So it had John Arcudi and Leonard Kirk on that one as well. Actually, not a bad run. A weaker ending to it, but I wanted to get some Aquaman. Yeah, you ready for the big stuff? I did kind of show one of these here before, but I got a couple to show. All right. Start this. And one of these was already shown on here before, so I do apologize, but shag it. But this is... Hey there, Ice Lord. It's birthday. Actually, that's his first run, so it's probably around 97, I think. I'd have to look to be sure, though. This is volume 1 of Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run. This is an epically large volume. This will seem larger than some of the Marvel stuff because the DC pages tend to be thicker than the Marvel pages. But the Marvel omnibuses overall tend to have a better build to them. Hey, Richard, thanks, man. Your daughter's awesome, and she's an Aries too, so that means she rocks. Say happy birthday to her for me, even though she won't know who the hell I am. So story-wise on here, this is around 1,200-1,300 pages. It's got Green Lantern Rebirth, all 6 issues, Green Lantern Corps Recharge, fantastic storyline, 5 issues of that. The first 25 issues of Green Lantern, a Green Lantern Corps 14 to 18, Tales of Sinestro Corps, Superman Prime 1, Green Lantern Sinestro Corps Special, Green Lantern Secret Files 2005 number 1, and Green Lantern Sinestro Corps Secret Files number 1. So this here, by the way, this is called an omnibus for those that don't collect comics. Oh, and Justice 3 would be amazing. And some of these here, will I show it? Okay, I'll show it. You take the sleeve off. Not all of them, but on some of these here, when you take the sleeve off, you get like some pretty nice artwork on the inside. So I'll let you guys see that as well. So let's take the sleeve off. And on the front, you can see this epic picture of Hal Jordan. Same on there, and on the back. And you can tell Jordan is good again because there's no gray on the tips of Hal Jordan's hair. And apparently, the way you could tell that Hal Jordan had been taken over by Parallax was that the sides of his hair went gray, and that was the evil coming through. And as soon as he becomes good again, well, no more white hair. All right. Number 2. This one I did show on here before, so I won't go too deep into this one. But for those that didn't see it, I prefer if they have artwork on the inside as opposed to like the leathery bound gold stamp stuff, because it's faux leather. Artwork, I prefer omnibuses whenever I can get them. Hey there, Mary, thank you. Anytime over that, I just realized I forgot something. Over any of the other stuff, because basically, to be honest with you guys, when it comes to, I'm trying to make sure I get that done right. To be bluntly honest with you, when I'm making these here videos, it's sometimes really hard to, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's sometimes really, really hard for me to actually get these here videos made and get it done right. I want to do an omnibus video where I can actually do a top over one. from Canada. That's actually kind of cool. I feel, I'll tell her, I feel honored. So when the younger folks know I am, I've actually survived now through what's the word I'm looking for? I am trying to do a couple things on here as I'm stalling, because I realized last time I did a video, I forgot to put in my information, like whether it be my the merch store information, the donation button, the Patreon stuff. I forgot to do that on the last video, and it was my good friend Michael that reminded me. So now that I remember, I'm like, don't be an idiot, Aaron, and get that all done. So there we go. Almost there. Don't worry. We're going to get back to seeing stuff in a second. And we shall save. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. I tweeted it, Warlock. We'll talk about that in a little bit, actually. The donation button is just there. I just put it in. Last night, Mary, I forgot to do it. And I had a message from Michael today on my thing. And Michael was like, don't forget your deets, man. And I was like, oh, thank you. So as I was talking about this, I said, I've shown this one before, and it flashed in my head what Michael said. So I remembered, and I was just stalling for a minute doing that. So I'll do all the YouTube like, share, subscribe type things. I would really appreciate that if you're watching. There is a donation button if you want to donate to the channel down in below. You might have to refresh the page, but it will be there, along with my merch store and my Patreon. It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I used to use a gamer headset for a bit. This is Marvel Classic Comics. Hello there. And I'm a huge Marvel Classic Comics fan, so this is pretty much the entire run. Now, there were early Marvel Classic Comics that were done, but they were reprints of another comic line. And this does have it has a rounded spine, not completely rounded, but I like the way that's done. And as you can see, we had a troll just come onto the page. So we smashed those right away. They really came into the wrong area. Every once in a while I see trolls come in, and they don't know my channel very well, or you guys. But this one is fantastic. So just so you can see all the stories that are in here. Okay. After I move this one, I can move the other ones up. So, well, happy belated birthday, Jerry. All right. It is my birthday. I was 50 today. I am 50 today. March 31st. I was almost born on April Fool's Day. Okay, next up is one that I'm a really big fan of. A lot of people hate on the Dark Age. Hey, Michael, welcome, man. You know, I might end up giving you like a wrench in a little bit, because I got a troll that's coming on here, and this being my birthday, well, my normal moderator, I got a couple people that moderate on there that aren't here. So that's the thing. So this being my birthday, this would be the one day that, to be bluntly honest, I would truly, thanks Warlock, kick his ass. For those that don't know, that YouTube is looking to take out the downvote button. There's some people that are upset about that may go. Let me see. Can I do it from here? Oh, I can't. Shoot. I almost put your time at accident. And in my opinion, the downvote button should go. It's because it's never because it's not something you need. I mean, if you want to say you don't like a video, man up, comment your comment down in the comment section down below. Downvoting something, it's just cowardly. It's like you're scared to give your opinion, so you're going to do it in private. So YouTube, I'll be glad to see them get rid of the downvote button, because that means that if anybody wants to say something about my videos, they're actually going to have to say it. Short-lived competitor of Marvel called Atlas. I remember those actually in the 70s. I used to have a few of those comics. Oh, I got one right here. God, not Atlas, but this one here. So the Dark Age of Marvel was around the 90s. I've never used it down. Actually, I haven't. Like, if I come to a channel I don't like, I just, say, don't show me that channel. Well, some people just dislike to this. I got 2 or 3 people that come in here, and they just want to hit the down button, and that's it. That's what they do. They'll come in and hit the down button, and they'll go. If YouTube takes the down button away, a lot of people are upset. And the people that are upset, the button will remain, but the count will be hidden. Oh, not bad. Well, you're going to yell at your chat anyway, Michael. So am I. Look at me tonight. I'm 50 now. I'm more aggressive. All right. So this is the Spider-Man Ben Reilly of Volume 2. This finishes off the overly long Clone Saga, but I'm gonna be honest. Hey, mid-level, thanks, man. I super enjoyed this here. And I'm going to say something that's going to be very controversial to some people. I actually would have preferred if get off my lawn. If Ben Reilly would have stayed as Spider-Man, and Peter Parker could have married Mary Jane, had a kid, could have done something with the comic there. But no, they had to ruin it. This is every issue that's in here, and it goes from, God, I can't even go through everything from like Spider-Man, Sensational Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man Unlimited, Daredevil, the 101 Ways to End the Clone Saga, which is hilarious. Dead Man's Hand. There's a couple miniseries in here as well. Featuring the Days of Our Lives. Right on. And I'm a huge fan of this stuff. I don't think it does boost engagement, actually. I think just the opposite. Let me get these 2 up here. There's only 2 more to show, but if you're a horror fan, you're going to dig on the next ones I'm going to show you, I think. At least I hope so. At least one of these. Here you are. And one of my favorite characters. And they're going to make a movie of him. And I think the movie's going to suck. But I'll be honest, the comics did. And this is the original classic run of the character before he was revamped in the 90s. And this is Morbius, the living vampire. Now, what's really neat about this one, see Michael Morbius there. Griff, that's a really cool attitude to have, man. Is that this one here has not just the color art from the series itself, but it had a bunch of black and white adult stories. And the black and white adult magazines are in there as well, on the algorithm sense. So you're getting all these like And there's some amazing cover. I got to find one of these here because the covers on these, I'm not lying here. It's definitely mind-blowingly amazing stuff. Some of these are painted. Some are just so sexy. Pictures like Christopher Lee, Bela Lugosi in here. The Micheline McFarlane. Oh, nice. So here you can see Vampire Tales right here. You can see the cover, and you can see the Bela Lugosi. But this is incredibly well done. Includes everything. If there's any like letters pages, they're all in here as well. It's very important for me that Marvel do the letters pages in their omnibuses. DC doesn't, and that really sucks actually. That's one thing that I don't like with DC omnibuses is that they don't include the letters pages. And you really want the letter pages to be there because basically, especially if it's a controversial time. I was very disappointed that Marvel didn't include the letters pages for the Ben Reilly ones because with the Ben Reilly one, it was a time when it was very tumultuous. A lot of people were really in an uproar about everything that was going on. Those are the type of letters pages you want to read. That's why when I got this one, this is the last one to show you guys. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2. Which is the John Romita run from started John Romita, Stanley John Romita. So Steve Ditko had been obviously drawing Spider-Man originally, and John Romita took over. So needless to say, there's some kind of angry letters in here for people that didn't think that John Romita was a quality enough guy to be doing. Hey there, Brian. Welcome, man. Okay, I was just writing everything. Yeah. The later ones don't. Like it's usually the kind of silver and bronze stuff, Matthew, that has the letter pages. Now, if you get the Roger, and I do recommend grabbing the Roger Stern one. The Golden Age ones are fantastic. So, because the Roger Stern run on Spider-Man, hands down, in my opinion, best run on Spider-Man, without a doubt. And you get the Hobgoblin Saga. The best stuff from like a lot of different characters. 50 in June. You'll be joining the 50 Club. I'm right there now, man. Definitely recommend it. And it does have the letters pages for the Roger Stern stuff. Thank you, mid-level, man. I appreciate that. I definitely get you comment on screen. As you can see, I'm drinking orange juice as opposed to tea tonight. There's a reason for that. And don't worry, I didn't forget the Arrow portion of the video. I know yesterday we did a video and I ended off looking at the Arrow sale. And I said I would come back to it. Pretty good. I mean, like, you would think I think I'm supposed to have a midlife crisis, but I think I'm past that. So I'm good. Actually, I'm enjoying the fact that I'm 50. Part of your get more Gen Xers in your life. Hey, Logan, welcome, man. It's been a long time. I now have StreamYard, Logan. We actually can collaborate on something. I know how to use it. Not sure if you watched it yet or not, Logan, but I did a video with Jamie Blanks, the director for Urban Legend and Valentine. And I actually spoke with another person. I won't say who it is yet, but there's another horror-oriented person that is going to be, fingers crossed, I'm working on it, getting onto here as well. There's a couple people that I've actually been talking to. So there's more conversation videos coming, and I'm going to get Jamie back again because such a nice guy, like 100%. I did just hit the big 5-0. I know. And there are sales and stuff coming up. So there you go. Last time, for those that don't know, a while back, I think it was about a year ago. Mike, anytime, man. We just got to think of a good one. About a year ago, Logan was supposed to be on my channel during a Severance sale, and I messed it up. Like I totally was looking for Google Hangouts. It was no longer a thing. I was so behind the times. I did not know StreamYard. So yeah, that didn't happen. Nipple tassels. I don't have the nipple tassels, unfortunately. Got 3.5 years on me. Well, it was, man. It was like I'm pretty sure it was like last year. It was during Severance sale. No, actually, I wish I was going to interview Robert Englund. Great guy, though. He's a sweetheart. All right. Last night we ended off looking at the Arrow sale, so I thought we kind of dive back into that again. You guys want to do that? Wanna do? I've got a small music collection. Actually, I spoke with for those that don't know or weren't here for the Jamie Blanks one. Wall came in the chat. Hey there, Jamie. Welcome, man. Thanks from Howlin' Wolf Records, and I'm a huge fan of Howlin' Wolf. For those that don't know, they do soundtracks. They do soundtracks to some really cool films. April 23rd, they're dropping the soundtrack to one of my favorite slasher movies of all time, which is The Prowler. And if you have not checked out The Prowler, one, watch that damn film. It's really good. Two, it's got a great score, and I'm pretty sure it's by Richard Einhorn. And that is dropping from Howling Wolf Records. Hopefully, I'm going to try to get it ahead of time. So but I will let you guys know. A Canadian TV show with kids that went to school on a boat. Sounds kind of familiar. I wish I was drinking mimosa. I love mimosa, Alan. Actually, it's one of my favorites. It's just orange juice because I'm feeling sick tonight. But let's go. Let's try and sell you guys some Arrow stuff. All right. So let's get back to the page that I was on before. And this is where I ended off last night. We looked at the Conformist, the Count Yorga collection, by the way. Really cool stuff. Hey there, Kubrick. Welcome, man. We got the Crazies here, which was initially in like the Breaker High. Yeah, that's probably it, actually. Excellent. I'm so excited about that, Jamie. I'm actually thinking of doing something. I don't want to give it away too soon, but there's going to be some other stuff coming, especially when it comes to soundtrack oriented on my channel. And I think you guys are going to like it, actually. We got the Dark Mirror here, which is another kind of a film noir. Day of the Jackal is an excellent film. I actually really like The Exterminator. Robert Ginty. I thought this was extremely fun. It's the Robert Ginty one, right? Yeah. Followed House of Ushers here. That one I definitely would recommend. Arrow just sent it your order. Nice. Arrow's really fast, usually getting orders out. Fury is a fantastic Brian De Palma film. I actually think it's underrated. And it's one that I grabbed when it first came out. The Glass Key, I'm a huge Dashiell Hammett fan. So, this is definitely one for me right here. I wear a mask even on screen. So we got a couple of the Herschel Gordon Lewis stuff. The Go-Go Girls, Gruesome Twosome. Fun little films, but honestly, Herschel Gordon Lewis stuff, just buy the box set, like in all honesty. Unless there's just one Herschel Gordon Lewis film that you want. The box set is always the best way to go with the H.G. Lewis stuff. Happiness of the Catacaris is fun, demented, weird, crazy stuff. And this I can strongly recommend if you love insanity, because Happiness of the Catacaris is insane. Let us know what you think of Storm Warning, Matthew. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, Takeshi Mikai, Happiness of Catacaris, which I'm probably mispronouncing, just so you know. It is extremely hard to keep up their stuff, Jason. Haunted Palace is here, another great Vincent Price one. The Hills Have Eyes. I got the limited edition version of this because I'm hugely big on The Hills Have Eyes. I love this film. Strong recommend on Happiness Cat. Yes, if you don't have this film, it should be. Is it your favorite? It's definitely up there with mine, actually. Definitely up there with mine. Miike. It is Miike. And I always get it wrong. I spell it. I pronounce it 3 or 4 different ways because one of them would be right, but Miike I think is right. Hound of the Baskervilles. Classic Hammer stuff. Incredible Shrinking Man. I actually really love this one here. Denise Richards is amazing in Valentine. She just kills it. She lights up the screen though. Good. The Stuff, Cat of Nine Tails, Deep Red, and the Crazies. Great titles. Cat of Nine Tails, Deep Red. I'm guessing mid-level. You've already got Tenebrae. You must already have Tenebrae. That's interesting because Storm Warning was one that I watched with my spouse as well. So I guess in a weird way, Storm Warning, Jamie, that's your couples movie. Which cut I prefer, The Hills of Eyes? Directors, I think. I'd have to go back and watch it again. It's been a while. Me too, mid-level. The Key is a fantastic Tinto Brass film. I definitely recommend that one if you like Tinto Brass. We got The Killers here. You have both versions of The Killers, but I think this is the later version, with John Cassavetes. Favorite Argento? Tenebrae. Loving me some Tenebrae. And it's the only like Argento giallo that is futuristic. That it was done as like set like a little bit in the future. The Long Good Friday. This here is one of my all-time faves. Sometimes I get asked about like what, aside from horror, like what are some of the stuff that you watch? What are some movies that you watch or you watch a lot or watch over again? Bob Hoskins, Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan. The Long Good Friday is so good. Most underrated gangster movie of all time. I definitely agree with that. Hoskins kills it in this movie. He is so amazing. And if you don't own this film, you gotta. It's just so good. We got The Long Goodbye here as well, which is another fantastic film. Elliot Gould. I love The Long Goodbye. And since the box set sold out, and I do apologize. Oh, sorry, Matthew. This is arrowfilms.com. It's their Easter Carnage website that they got going on right now. Yeah, right on direct, man. Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave. Another fantastic one. The Mystery of Picasso. I don't think I've seen that. That's Henry George Clouseau, and I think that's one I missed out on. People Under the Stairs, now being remade, by the way. I think that Jordan Peele is producing it. I'm not sure if he's directing it or not. And actually, People Under the Stairs is one of those movies, like people said, oh, I can't believe they're remaking People Under the Stairs. And I'll be honest with you. It's okay. I mean, like, it's a film that it was a fantastic film, but it's not a film that you can't remake. You can definitely remake People Under the Stairs, and probably, in all honesty, and I guess in today's climate and stuff, it actually works a little bit better. Would have to change much. The Premonition, of course, which was the American Horror Project. I recommend going for the American Horror Project box set. Grab that one. There's a few people I noticed, Jamie, that actually like grabbed up your films during the interview. So I'm actually super proud of that, because there was no hyperbole in the fact that, one, I love these films, and two, I'm glad more people are getting to see it. It can actually, Logan. That's the thing I'm thinking. Like, it can definitely get harder. Of course, we got The Raven here. Like, I'm passing over some of the Fassbender stuff. Most people know Fassbender anyway. If you like Fassbender, you're gonna grab it. If you don't like Fassbender, yeah, you're probably not. Red Queen Kills 7 Times is one that I mentioned. It has Barbara Boucher as a very young Sybil Danning in it as well. I don't own the Arrow version of Tremors. I actually really wanted to get it, William, and it came at a time when we got hit with a bill that was unexpected. So we had it pre-ordered, and we actually had to cancel our pre-order. Everett McGill, he's so good. You're going to like them, man. Kubrick. And I want your thoughts afterwards, too. I know we sometimes disagree. I think you're going to like these. The Stuff, again, Larry Cohen. Gotta love Larry Cohen. The Sweet Smell of Success, one of the best written movies of all time. Definitely some of the best dialogue you're ever going to hear in any film is The Sweet Smell of Success. Now I have the Criterion edition of this, and I utterly adore it. I do think if you are writing films and you want to write dialogue, that The Sweet Smell of Success is one that you want to watch. Oh, the extras are fantastic on Valentine, man. Like, it is loaded. Valentine, I hope you got Urban Legend too, Matthew, because both of those are loaded. Burt Lancaster is great. Tony Curtis. It's just a fantastic film. Burt Lancaster is so underrated. Uh, as I hate to put it this, as a writer, my writer side, it like always like gets hit in like by the Sweet Smell of Success. Dialogue is extremely important to me. And for me, when I'm watching a film, sometimes it can take me out because I can tell when it seems like people are being scripted to say something on the screen, and people like kind of sound like they're like it's genuine, it's crisp. 15 pounds in US dollars. Let's find out. I can do that right now. I'm not even going to pretend I'm not doing it. You can see me right on the camera here. I'm going to go to XC Currency. I got the app here. We're going to go to the Great British Pounds. Clear. Put 15 in here. Go done. It's $20.67 in American money. See, there you go. Michael, sometimes we think alike. That's kind of scary, but it's true. 88 Films Urban Legend set being that looks really good. I want that so bad. That's one I got to grab from the UK. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, The Thing. I got the limited edition again of this one. This is a really sexy one. The Thing, by the way, if you've got the Scream Factory edition of the Thing, it's good. But if you have the Arrow version of The Thing, it's better. It's a better restoration than the Scream Factory one. They don't use the same. They're not using the same restoration. Burt Lancaster's The Train. Again, another fantastic Burt Lancaster film that I can strongly recommend. Tomb Legia. Gotta love yourself some Vincent Price. We'll look at the 80 film stuff. Everyone's throwing the pity. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I have. Yeah, Arrow Thing is definitely the 100%. Now it's hardcore blue tint. That's true. Oh yeah, mid-level. If you've just got the Scream Factory edition, like it's a good edition, but the Arrow edition is the definitive edition of The Thing. I would love to see them put it in 4K, but actually. We got The Witches here. I think The Witches is fun. Some people. I love The Swimmer. I'm not sure if it's his best film, but I know a lot of people love The Swimmer. It was based on a series of magazine articles, I think, that was written back in the day, or magazine article. But I really enjoyed The Swimmer. I've got it. Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think it is scanned in 4K. It is a great edition. That much I can tell you. Of course, where's the gore? It's okay. Theater of Blood, one of my favorite Vincent Price films. Being the hammy actor that I was, I love Theater of Blood. Thief. I know this is gonna be like controversial with Logan, but I like Thief. The good thing about it is that there was initially, this is a standard edition, but when it came out first, there was a slipcover edition of Thief, which I grabbed because it had both versions of the film on there, and that was missing from the other edition, from the Criterion edition and from the standard editions of Arrow. Hey, disconnected. Welcome back, man. If you get your order in tonight, there's a 10% off 50 or more coupon. Thanks for getting that, guys. Welcome March 21. Ooh. Why don't you with No Eye? You guys know it's one of my favorites. I've always loved that film. I have the large edition of that one as well. James Caan can do it. For me, James Caan can do no wrong. Your Vice's Locked Room and Only I Have the Key is one of the Giallos that I'm going to put it out there right now. If you do not own Your Vice's Locked Room and Only I Have the Key, you're strongly missing out on a very important part of Giallo, of your Giallo collection. Really good Giallo film. In a way, I guess it's kind of a Black Cat adaptation. Strongly recommend it. Strongly recommend it. Did I know The Thing's getting a 4K in October? Actually, I don't think I did. Is it from Arrow? Because it's from Arrow. Think about it. Yeah, Sergio Martino's name. Well, at least the... Hey, Mr. Sushi, welcome. At least if it's the his regular stuff, then I will definitely... His Giallo stuff, for sure. Oh, Edwidge, man. Edwidge is incredible. I was so in love with Edwidge Finch. JD's Revenge. Love JD's Revenge. Glenn Turman in this one is, and I think Louis Gossett Jr. as well. Audition, if you don't, yes, again, I'm twisted, but I love Audition. Kiri. It's a good one. Ghost in the Shell, an Arrow book here for Ghost in the Shell. Philip K. Dick on film, Arrow books. That would actually be interesting. I would like to read that. My better half would probably like to read that. Oh, Disconnected is a really cool name, actually. Debbie the Don. Fantastic features on that one, by the way. Like, Debbie the Don is loaded with stuff. Matt, you got the reference. We got a book on the Blair Witch Project, a book on The Hitcher. We got the Burt Lancaster, Ava Gardner, the superior version of The Killers. It's an interesting film. If you can go in blind, if you don't know anything about it, Kubrick makes it even better. But I really enjoyed it. Now, The Man Who Fell from Earth, there's a book on that one there. Time Bandits. I actually initially didn't like Time Bandits. I saw it in theater. But it's one that's grown on me over the years. Are they £5? I got to see what the shipping is. I would love to have some of those books. I got to casually mention to my better half. Because how big are these books here? Are they paperback novel size or? Let's see what. It's paperback. Anybody have any of these books? Hey there, Richard. Because I'm curious about these Arrow books here, but I've never got them. They're pretty small. Size of Blu-rays, but thick. Books are thin. I'm getting conflicting remarks there. Is that part of edition on Shudder? Do I get notification? I don't on this one. Actually, let me just see. I normally get it, but I usually get it later. Let me see here. Because if I got a donation and I didn't see it, I sincerely apologize. Oh, well, thank you. I apologize, Mary. On the new format doesn't let me see it all the time, so I thank you so much. Kind of blown away, but you rock. Yeah, the Burt Lancaster edition of the Killers, I would definitely recommend. I got to figure out how to get the donation thing to go through here as well, if I can do that. Well, I truly appreciate it, Mary. You gained cool points tonight. Night the Comet's a better film. Shocker's fun and cheesy. Night the Comet's a better film, in my opinion. Anyway, like some people here may disagree with me. Like Shocker is fun. Like don't get me wrong, Shocker's a lot of fun, but Night the Comet is one to definitely check out. It's got some great commentaries on as well. It's very 80s, like really good. Thank you to Sentimental Collector. See, usually my better half is here, and she can let me know when I get like donations and stuff. But because I can't find out on StreamYard, it doesn't show up. But I'm actually really excited, Mr. Sushi, about the new Italian set. That one blows my mind. I'm actually probably the most excited thing that Arrow's put out for me in a long time is this here set. We'll look at it here afterwards. Actually, I'll do that. Now, FM is like a early 80s or late 70s film. Some great music in it, by the way. Videodrome, 100%. Fantastic film. Did I pass by that one and not notice it? We're getting to some of the less expensive stuff, but there's some great stuff here. And I'm trying to see this up close. Second run, right? Yeah, a lot of second run films are here. So, and some classic stuff. Some more serious films. So if you're like a huge fan of like I'll go through these really quickly because Fabulous Baron Munchausen, that's actually a good one. These are mostly like a lot of the DVD stuff at this point. Videodrome Scanners are Cronenberg's best. They're fantastic. I do like his early stuff. That's but I'm a huge fan of Shivers, and I of course you know that, and I love Rabbit. The Asian line is really cool. There's a few here that I really want actually. Yeah, the Videodrome on Criterion, really nice looking Videodrome on Criterion as well. Do I like Rabbit and Shivers more than The Brood? The Brood scared me, Craig, but I'll be honest with you. Yeah, Shivers and Rabbit are my two favorite of Cronenberg's films. Did you love it? Excellent. Dead Ringers definitely doesn't get enough love. Hardly spoke about actually. I actually would kind of want that enamel pin badge too, you know? I want to get Crash, but I want to get the 4K of it. So I'm waiting to get the Arrow edition. It's like you can't go wrong with a lot of like Cronenberg's work. I think everybody's got their own particular favorite. But now that we've gone through these here, let's look at the new stuff. I'll be honest, like Kubrick, The Brood scared the hell out of me. Maybe because I knew early on I was going to have kids too. But let's look at the new stuff here. I want to bring up this one here especially. So this is a really good one. So Years of Lead, 5 classic Italian crime thrillers, 1973 to 1977, otherwise known as I can't pronounce it. Not going to pretend I can. So let's look at what's here. So we got Vittorio Salerno's Savage 3, Mario Amperlo's Like Rabid Dogs. Then we get Silvio Massi's Highway Racer. And then you get another one by Salerno, which is No, the Case is Happily Resolved. So there's 5 films altogether here. Extra-wise, I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we got like brand new restorations on these, original lossless mono in Italian and English subtitles for the Italian soundtracks, optional English subtitles for deaf and hard of hearing, for Cult 38 Special Squad, new visual essays, tons of features. Yeah, Existence got a Blu-ray edition from actually a really nice one, Matthew, from a 101 Films. It was one of their black labels that they put out. Well, yeah. You don't really need to be on any hallucinogenics for Naked Lunch because it kind of does it for you. But I can't imagine watching it like that. And of course, the controversial one, which we're going to talk about. Where are you at, my favorite? Bloody hell, where are you at? Come on. So this baby here is getting a 4K release. Bird with the Crystal Plumage, limited edition, UHD, on for £30 right now, £5 off. Looks to be having a extremely sexy looking edition. As you can see right there, we got a hard box case. We have some postcards there. Also a poster, which I'm guessing is double-sided, and a booklet. Thank you. I should have looked under 4K. That's the thing. For it as well. It's a gorgeous looking one, and it's one that I strongly, strongly want. I'm going to guess that Jamie is getting Birth Crystal Plumage. I'm just going to guess, and I know Michael's going to get it. So let's see if they've added any new extras on here as well. New 4K restoration, Comtra Troy Howarth, Black Gloves, The Screaming Mimes. See, I didn't get the last one that came out because I missed out on that one. So this one here will be like extremely exciting for me. Photo double-sided poster featuring original newly commissioned artwork by obviously Creative. 6 double-sided postcards. Oh, for those that actually picked up those Mon Macabre releases, they actually added postcards to the Hell of the Devil one. So if you picked up Hell of the Devil, if you picked up Hell of the Devil from Mon Macabre, then you're gonna be getting, like, it wasn't announced before, but they announced it a while back that they added postcards to the Hell of the Devil set. So if you got that limited edition, you're going to get some sexy postcards. And remember, I did tell you guys that Hell of the Devil was one to pick up. What's up, Demon? I think I'm not sure. Have they situated the demons yet? Because I'm not quite sure if they have. So you interview with Kat Ellinger. Visual essay on Dario Argento with Alexandra Heller Nichols. She's really good. So much great stuff on here, and I don't have like the limited edition, so I don't have a lot of these features. I've got an older edition of Bird with Crystal Plumage, so this one will definitely be a pickup for me. When's this one coming out? Release date June 28th. Yeah, I should definitely be able to, hopefully be able to pre-order that one. Not today, but in the near future. Oh, there's alternate artwork there. What was the movie that I mentioned? Oh, your Vice's Locked Room and Only I Have the Key by Sergio Martino. There is no like 4K that one, but there's a really great edition here, a Blu-ray from Arrow Video. I like that artwork. I really do. It's simple and minimalistic, but it totally makes sense. I love this. Oh, I love this art. So I did not know this art was on the other side. As you guys know, I'm a really big Giallo fan, and hence the merchandise in my Giallo like hoodie that you guys saw in my merch store. Jamie is one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and I do not say that lightly. Cinematic Collector, did you see that alternate artwork for the Birth Crystal Plumage? Because it's sexy as all hell. Truly love it. Looks like it's seven. Well, that's because Seven uses a lot of the original artwork for the Giallo titles. See, that is much more like the artwork what you expect from a Giallo film. I utterly adore that artwork. I can kind of understand that, Mr. Sushi. Salo's not exactly a date film, man. But I showed my better half when I met her, no less, WrestleManiac, thinking it was going to be one of these Santo films. It wasn't. And she still saw me again. So there you go. It is a really cool work. I got to say, it's one that I really like. What else have we got here coming in from Arrow? March Massacre sale. What was that? So they got. Wait a second. So there's was Easter Carnage sale and the March Massacre. What is the March Massacre sale then? Well, hold on. I'm confused here. Easter Carnage, hundreds of Blu-rays up to 70% off. March Massacre sale. Oh, that's the digital sale. That's still going on right now, actually. It's on its last day. They're like $2.99 each for digital titles. The Rabin set. Yeah, that is a sexy set, guys. So this is, if you like the William Griffey set, you're probably going to enjoy this one here. Clapboard Jungle Sushi, strongly on my radar for one to pick up. Fantastic looking documentary. So there's Weird Wisconsin, the Bill Rabin collection. And here are the titles here. We got Invasion, Inner Earth, Monster A Go-Go, The Elf Incident, The Demons of Ludlow, probably my favorite on this one, The Game, Twister's Revenge, and apparently a really cool documentary called Who is Bill Rabin, along with a huge poster and a book as well. 11 items, including all the colored vinyl. Nice. Donnie Darko, yes, I definitely can. Oh, April, I think you're right, actually. So the 4K edition of Donnie Darko is, yep, April 26th. It's Bill Rabin did stuff like the Giant Spider Invasion, Mr. Sushi, and he did, of course, Blood Harvest, which was put out by Vinegar Syndrome, was put out by 88 Films too, but they had to actually pull their release. So Bill Rabin is like a regional director. So if you like the regional horror stuff, like the American Horror Project, stuff like that, and you know it's going to be like kind of the lower budgeted stuff, definitely cool. It's on Prime. Definitely worth watching. Let me know what you think, by the way. Because that is definitely a favorite of mine. And I also got asked to show off the Clapboard Jungle here. I had heard that the Arrow edition, that the Umbrella edition was the best edition of that film. And so this is Clapboard Jungle. I love the cover here. Like it's, there's a who's who of directors and stuff on here. and actors. You can just like go through and kind of have fun with it. Any Portuguese? I don't actually. Yeah, there are 48 of you here, and there's only 27 of you brave souls that have hit that like button. Spike that like, please. I really appreciate it. If not for me, for the amazing stuff that Mr. Jamie Blanks is doing in there for people. So, following 5 years in life and career of independent filmmakers Justin McConnell, this documentary explores the struggles of financing, attracting the right talent, working with practical effects, selling the finished product in hopes of turning a profit, featuring interviews with a range of industry luminaries, including Del Toro, Crampton, Garris, Miller, Holland, Ramiro, alongside a host of others. Looks to be really cool. If I find out anything about them, I'm actually kind of curious. That's going to send me down some like rabbit hole. I'd be looking for stuff like that. So if I find out, I will definitely let you know in a future video. But with all that being said, it's come to that time, guys. I didn't mean to make this such a short video, but unfortunately, I do work tomorrow, and I have 5 humongous omnibuses to bring upstairs. And oh my God, holy crap. Oh my God. It is 110% definitely time for tea. Though before I go right now, I want to definitely give a big shout out to Mary and Cinematic Collector for the generous donations to the channel. I want to thank Jamie for coming on and being so helpful with this, and to have like the great Michael Keane on here again, to have Logan on here, and all you guys just doing fantastic stuff. Have a wonderful day. You know what? Being 50, not so bad. Enjoy your night. Watch a good movie. Check out a good sale. If you can afford something, grab something cool, and I'll see you soon right here the next time in the Cult Cinema.